Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of The Road to Old School MTG. So this is a very special episode right here. I have a package that should contain a sealed, unopened Ice Age booster box. And this is special because this is officially my first item that I bought strictly for collecting. I've of course bought over $10,000 in old school Magic cards, but they were bought for the purposes of playing with. Of course, just from their value alone and their value, not just monetarily, but just in terms of value as a collectible item, they're automatically collectibles, the cards, right? But my true purpose was because I wanted to play in the old school Magic format. The fact that they have value is secondary, right? Slight second, of course. I realize these cards are very valuable, right? My wallet realizes that. But I bought them for the purposes of using, playing with. And I've already started to play some games. It's been very fun. But this item is strictly collectible. I do not intend on opening it anytime soon. But honestly, I'm not 100% opposed to it. I'm, I guess, 75, 25%, strictly because this item is, first I got it at a good price, and it's, it's not super valuable as opposed to other things, right? So if I did open it, I wouldn't, it wouldn't hurt too much in terms of me losing something, such a valuable collectible, right? It has value, but it's, I wouldn't, it wouldn't be a huge loss. So it's right now I don't have any intentions of opening it, as I've mentioned, but I might. I wouldn't say I'm 100% against it. What I've actually been thinking about is buying, of course, some, and I do want to go more deeper into buying some of these unopened booster boxes or deck boxes. I do want to get also, if the price is right, a unopened booster box Ice Age pack box. But those are I'm sorry, the Ice Age starter decks. That's what they're called, right? They come 10 decks, starter decks in it, so they're pre-made decks. I'm not sure if, I think they're still random cards basically, but they is meant to be, like a deck that you can start playing right away, right? So it includes more basic lands and stuff, and you just play right away. But those are more expensive, right? So that might be a bit more into the future. But let's open this one up. And of course, like I usually do, I will show the listing that I got it from and so on, and then compare that to what I get here. In fact, I think maybe we should start with that. The listing I bought it from it was for $1,150. With the taxes, it was free shipping, 70-ish. I paid a little bit over $1,200 for it, which is pretty good considering they tend to go 14 and above, 1,400 and above, right? So I guess I got it a couple $100 cheaper. The seller here seemed legitimate, so it seemed okay. So definitely it's marketed as unopened, sealed. I don't know about the near mint thing. That's not much concern to me, right? So it's here seemed closed, and I've researched in terms of what the telltale signs are to look for counterfeits and such. Like I said, it's, the seller seems legitimate, and right, that box is not near mint. But I didn't expect it to. I mean, that'd be crazy if it was near mint as well. No, I think he just meant as in it's sealed, right? But just because it's sealed doesn't mean it's meant. It's not. But I don't care about that. I just care that it's sealed and it's a legitimate item. So everything looks good from the pictures. Only thing here is from the side picture, you can't see it, and I can't click it to make it bigger. I don't see an option for that. The sides are supposed, from what I've seen, they're supposed to be opened. It has an opening on the side. So it's not a total seal, right? So I'm looking out for that. Here you can tell it kind of looks like there is that opening. I see lines there, right? So that's what I'm looking for. Also the bottom, usually, I won't say usually, but a lot of times it has an extra little tag that marked the which quantity of, or which specific number box this was. But I know a lot of times it's also inside the box itself, right? So not seeing it poking out is not that giveaway that it's not a real box. It could be inside, but of course, if I don't open it, or if I don't open it, I'll never see that tag. So, I wish it would have been peeking out, right? That would have been just another sign, but it's not. But just the fact that it's not doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it, right? So honestly, my main issue now is watching for that opening seal here. The outside, there should be no marking like Wizards of the Coast or anything. It's just a plastic wrap. But from that, everything else looks fine. So we'll see. All right, so that is it. Let's open this up. I want to kind of hide certain things from view, but I also want to have certain things visible. All right, so there we go. That's what's here. So Bogarts. Okay, I think that's enough for verifying that this box is what I'm opening from the seller. So it's taped around the sides, of course. Yes, I do have to be careful. I don't want to tear the plastic of the booster box, but I'm assuming there's additional protection from that the seller put inside of. We'll see. I mean, it's a hefty box. I know it's heavier than what a booster box pack. So I'm sure he has some protection in there. Nothing is rattling around in there, which is good. I'm trying not to open the flap, lift up the flap. It contains personal information. All right. So, all right, I see the receipt. Thanks from Point and Kill, New York. Never heard of that place. A lot of air baggies. I see the box inside. Looks awesome. It's not near mint, but that's cool. There it is. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I see the opening there on the. So yeah, it has that opening where you can feel the cardboard of the box on both sides. Yep. Oh yeah, this is cool. Just wanted to peek if I can kind of see the inner tag. I cannot, but that's not an issue. Wow. This is really cool. Really, really cool. The glare is really. Yep, so it's opening all around. I can kind of, actually might as well peek a little inside if possible. I might just peek later on. Can't really see that much. Very dark in the box. All right, but yeah, we'll ignore this character here. 36 packs. Well, that's standard. So I guess let me put it marked. I also have my other camera. I don't know how much I can use that one because this item is so big. Yep, all sealed. Yeah, this looks. And the box is kind of caved in here, which is fine, right? It's like, what year was this? 95. All right, awesome. All right, so let me put my other camera, see if I can show some better images with that. But this seems cool. It's I'll take a peek inside the on the sides here without tearing the thing as much as I can. Maybe I might not be able to see anything, but honestly, it looks perfectly fine. Let's see, which is my thing. Okay. Ooh, so opposite. There we go. You can kind of see the beat up box outside, which is fine. This thing is really, really old, almost 30 years old. So very nostalgic for me because this is where I started in terms of where I really, really fell in love with the game, Ice Age. And I always wanted, from that point, I always wanted to buy a booster box. I think I only bought it one time. I remember in high school, like we had basically a table, 10 players, maybe a little more. Yeah, I think a bit more. That used to play. You see here it is. You see this, there's an opening all around, but everything else is tight, and you see the lines here, right, that connect the plastic together. But it is, I can feel the box in there. So let me go for corners, side corners. Where is the, okay, and the little story of Ice Age. So here's the other side, right? So you can see the beat up outer box there, which is fine. Here are the lines of the plastic. And then you feel in the middle, you have this bear. Top again. So, and then the back. So there's no other place in this plastic is it, can you feel the box? Only from the two sides. Everything else is totally sealed in plastic. And like I said, sometimes you'll see a little extra tag, but I know I've seen box openings of Ice Age where, you know, with the seal, they tore up the seal and the ticket was inside the box, right? So not seeing it, I kind of freaked out over that. But then I researched more and that's common, right? So I wouldn't be discouraged just from that thing. All right, so honestly, since I have no intention of opening it, it's going to be a short video here. All right. So pretty cool, very nice. So here, right, the box is a little caved in, so the little indentations, the cut up, you know, for display purposes, you're supposed to open the flap. This sticks out, right? Put it inside, right? So it's nice display, right? So it's a little caved in, so that part is a little broken inside. But you know, that's pretty common when you buy some, you know, a sealed box of this age, right? It's not going to be intact. But honestly, that's, I would be wary of buying something that's doesn't have, nicks and bends and such. I should have shooken it. Yep. You feel the packs in there. And like I said, I'll either through here from the top that I can see, or from the side. So I'll try to do a little peek. But honestly, it looks pretty legitimate. I have no issues with this box here. It is perfectly fine. Where am I? All right. I usually have my image a little bit more up close on the camera from the top down, but because of old school, I'm starting to play where I have to do different heights and such. So, so it might be a little different, but here you can see it. So very, very happy with this. My first item strictly for collecting. Right in the last video, I had two pretty beat, decently beat up, but not, so bad underground seas, because I'm also want to build the deck. I played against the deck today in a tournament. I lost, but I won the first game, so I kind of feel a little good about myself. But I lost the other two. The second game, I got creamed. The third game, I put up a fight. And I had them on the ropes, but when I did my draws, I just didn't get anything to seal the deal. So it was competitive. So I'm pretty happy with that. Another game previous, I got creamed totally. It was a deck I never saw before, but I'm still new. That's why it's not like I've seen every deck or anything. I know about the standard ones, right? This was a deck a game plan I never saw before, so I was surprised by it. And I already am planning on making changes to this deck, but since I'm still in a tournament, I cannot make the changes mid-tournament, right? I have to play out the tournament. I don't expect to pass the first round, but it's this is not for anything other than fun and nostalgia, and that's what this is as well, right? So like I said, it's sealed. It's going to stay sealed for a while, maybe forever, as long as I'm the owner of it. I do want to, but since I am, I do want, got itchy fingers here. It would be cool to open up the packs, especially for Ice Age. The prices are not astronomical, so I do, have the idea. I won't say I plan to. I have the idea of buying basically an open, bare box, right? The boxes with no contents are sold all the time. Old school boxes, right? So it makes pretty cool display. And then I would want to buy individual packs to make 36, close that up, right? And then I basically have a opened but complete 36 pack box, and that one I can dip into and refill. Of course, if the prices still are, allow it to, right? But that's kind of like my other idea, because like if I don't do that, I'm thinking like I might just succumb to the urge and just open this up, right? Because it's a little extra paid for the seal, right? But there it is, guys. I'm pretty happy. I already have a nice display where I'm gonna be putting things on, and I'm glad that this was the first box that I bought, sealed box, Ice Age, right? This is where I started in Revised, but I barely bought anything from there because of price. I didn't have the money as a kid, and I didn't have much money either during Ice Age either. But what little I had, I remember walking a good 20 minutes to just a local, store that just sold a little bit of everything, and they happened to have that. As soon as I had $3 in hand or whatever it was, $3.50, I would walk, even if it was just to buy one pack. Just bought, came back, would be pretty excited. So it's pretty cool, right? So that's why I do want to open up some packages, some boosters of Ice Age. But that's why I want to have that additional plan of buying the bare box, buying the packs, filling it, and then I could get my fix of opening it up here. And as hopefully things open up and hopefully I can do some in-person old school. I know people do drafts, old school drafts, right? So this would definitely comply with that, right? So it's good to, at least I could also contribute to that, at least when it comes to Ice Age, if I get the additional open box with me buying. But yeah, I think that'd be a cool thing to do. I also, the boxes, sealed boxes, for sets I plan to get on, it was, just the cheaper, more attainable ones. Falling Empires and Homelands is what I'm looking at next. They are pretty expensive. Like I'm not so far away from Ice Age, considering those cards have almost no value. Here, at least you can get Necropotence, right? That's man, there and a couple other ones, have these decent price. Necropotence near mint is $50, maybe a little higher. Right? You probably get just maybe one or two in a box, right? So, but there are other rares. The dual the Painlands from Ice Age are not super expensive, like $10-20, but you probably will get like 3, 4, 5 in a box, right? So there's value, right? But Falling Empires and Homelands, like there's only like 1 or 2 cards that are over like $10, if even that, right? So so I'm surprised those boxes are so expensive. They're like go for 700, 800, 900. I'm looking for like 600-700 range max. You can get them for that, but it's I gotta be more patient. So that I do want to get an Alliances box. That's like 3,000, and maybe I might go up to the next set after that. I believe is Mirage. Alliances and Mirage also. I remember cool times with those sets as well. And after that, that's when I graduated high school, and then I kind of, I lost my circle of friends that I had, consistently playing with, right? So I went to college. I didn't play any Magic in there. So those are the sets where I have my nostalgia from, right? My history, the good old days. Ice Age, Alliances revised, 4th edition, of course. 4th edition, I don't plan on getting that one. It's pretty expensive for cards that have not as much value also, right? So, but we'll see. But my jam was during those good old days, Ice Age, Alliances, little revised 4th edition, and Mirage, right? So hopefully I can get some of those boxes as well. But I'm still 2 more underground seeds from making the deck. So it's varied. I have quite a mix of things going on now that I'm buying things strictly for collection. But it's these don't particularly go up in value super fast, right? So it's no rush for me to wait for good deals. They're not getting particularly expensive anytime soon. At least I don't see it. And if I do, I might have to pull the trigger faster than I wanted to, or I anticipated to. But this is my start in sealed Magic boxes. All right, guys, thank you for watching. As I get more, I will keep you up to date. Thank you.